My name is Shamil bin Amaran, RCB25702020. I will talk about the science behind deja vu. Have you ever walked into a place for the first time, looked around, and suddenly felt a strange sense of familiarity, as if you had already been there before? You know, logically, that this moment is new, yet your mind insists that you have experienced it already. This unsettling feeling is known as deja vu, and almost everyone experiences it at least once in their lifetime. Purpose I do this statement of the science behind deja vu. I would like to inform you about what deja vu is, how common it is, and what science reveals about why our brains create the mysterious sensation. What is deja vu? The term deja vu comes from France and means already seen. In psychology, it refers to a brief and intense feeling that a current situation has been experienced before, even though it is not. Deja vu usually lasts only a few seconds, but during that moment, the feeling can be very convincing and sometimes even disturbing. For my research saw that about 16 to 18% of people experience deja vu at some point in their life. It most commonly occurs in young adults and tends to happen less frequently as people age. How the brain creates the feeling of familiarity. To understand deja vu, we must look at how memory works in the brain. Our brain has two important memory processes: familiarity and recollection. Familiarity is the feeling that something is known. Recollection is the ability to remember details about the experience. Deja vu may occur when the familiarity system is activated without the recollection system. In other words, your brain signal this feels familiar, but it cannot explain why. This mismatch creates the illusion that the present moment has already happened. Scientific explanation of deja vu. One leading scientific explanation involves the temporal lobe. That is a part of the brain responsible for memory and recognition. Studies show that deja vu is more common in people with temporal lobe epilepsy, suggesting that brief and harmless misfiring in this area may cause the sensation. Another explanation is the delayed processing theory. Sometimes the brain processes information through two pathways. If one pathway is slightly delayed, the brain may interpret the second signal as a memory rather than a new experience, creating a false sense of familiarity. There is also the intention-based explanation. Deja vu can happen when you briefly lose focus and then suddenly refocus. Your brain may feel that it has already processed the things even though it has just done so moments earlier. What deja vu is not. It is important to clarify that deja vu is not. Number one, a signs of physical ability. Number three, evidence of past life. Number three, a glitch in reality or the universe. Science explains deja vu as a normal and harmless brain phenomenon, not a supernatural experience, not a supernatural experience. For my conclusion, deja vu is a fascinating example of how complex and imperfect the human brain can be. It occurs when memory and perception briefly fall out of sync, creating the powerful illusion that the present has already happened. Although it may feel mysterious, science shows us that deja vu is simply a reminder that our brains are constantly working behind the scene in the ways we do not always notice. The next time you experience deja vu, instead of feeling confused, you can appreciate it as a glimpse into the remarkable inner workings of the human mind. Thank you very much.